From filmmaker Michael Dougherty comes the 2015 Christmas horror comedy epic that not only brought the fabled monster of German folklore to the big screen, but also brought attention to the Christmas demon on a mainstream level. Let's take a look at Krampus. 2015 was a very memorable year for me for a slew of reasons, one of them being how great of a Christmas season it was that year for movies, which I feel has been a pretty dry and disappointing era for Christmas films this past 15 to 20 years or so. But 2015 was pretty damn great, if I may say so myself. Not only did we get the non-horror Christmas comedy gem that is The Night Before, which I somehow absolutely loved, and has become an annual watch for me every Christmas season since, but we also got Michael Dougherty's mighty Christmas take on the Krampus legend, simply titled Krampus, which fascinatingly enough has also become an annual must-see Christmas watch each and every season since its release.
Merry Christmas!
Hey, sis, Merry Christmas.
Oh gosh, I'm so glad you guys could make it.
You have no idea. Accidents all over the freeways and nothing but crazy talk radio for 6 hours. We brought you a little taste of home though, didn't we?
Oh wow. Thank you. It looks... wow.
Krampus tells the story of the Engel family, and specifically, Max, the main focus of the film. A few days before Christmas, the successful yet extremely dysfunctional Ingalls clan begin gathering for Christmas at Max's parents' house. Although Max's sister and cousins are no longer believers in Santa Claus and have seemingly lost their Christmas spirit, Max remains a firm believer in the bearded gift giver, opening himself up to a slew of mockery from the others. Besides his kind and loving Omi, his German-born grandmother, who actually has a dark history with Krampus himself, unbeknownst to the rest of the family, of course. When the rest of the family begins to clash, Max quickly and begrudgingly becomes disillusioned with the holiday, ripping up his letter to Santa and inadvertently gaining the attention of a demonic force of ancient Christmas evil intent on punishing non-believers, a being known, of course, as Krampus. All hell soon breaks loose as Krampus and his dark forces begin laying siege to the fractured family's home, forcing them to fight for one another in the hopes of survival against a slew of hideous abominations and nightmarish situations. Luckily, this little Christmas gem does have a happy ending, with the family reunited and the forces of Krampus defeated. Or at least, so it would seem.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Krampus is one of the most atmospheric Christmas horror films in existence, and is packed with Christmas ambiance through and through. I mean, this movie just exudes the Christmas holiday. Horror stuff aside, it really does feel like Christmas. From the visuals, to the music, to the set decoration, to the familial bickering, I can't stress enough how much Christmas is in this film, and how much it's jam-packed with, and I absolutely love every single moment of it. It even does the Christmas Vacation gag of showing the Advent calendar countdown as the story progresses closer and closer to Christmas Day. I mean, it's just perfect, man. It is perfect. If you want a movie that's going to help you get into that Christmas vibe, but don't want to watch some happy-go-lucky family film, watch Krampus. It should do the trick for you. The acting is fantastic, the comedy is on point, especially by David Koechner and Conchata Ferrell, and apologies if I'm saying their names wrong, I'm sure I am. The cinematography is rich, the original score is moody, and really is a vibe unto itself. The set design is perfectly fitting, and the creature design in this movie, holy shit. The creature design is simply on another level in this film. I mean, if you thought Dougherty's Trick or Treat film has some fantastic creature designs and effects work in it, well, you'd be right. But Krampus amps it up to 11. The angel, the gingerbread men, the inanimate snowmen, the elves, the fucking Jack-in-the-Box monster, even Krampus himself. I mean, when it comes to rich, lush, fantastically detailed creature effects and costume design, Krampus is on an island all its own. They just don't make movies like this anymore. Not for years before Krampus, and definitely not in the years since. I mean, there are some legitimately freaky sequences in this movie. So yeah, if you think Krampus is just another Krampus movie sitting on the shelves of your favorite store, because God knows there's a ton of them for some reason, think again. This is the only Krampus movie worth seeing, the only one worth owning, and the only one worth watching every Christmas season. As far as replay value goes, I'd watch this over Silent Night, Deadly Night, and even Black Christmas. I'd put it right up there with Scrooged as far as Christmassy horror annual watches go. I mean, it's that damn good. It has heart too, like we can all relate to the dysfunction of this family, and it seems like we know versions of all of these characters within our own families. It's both comforting, hilarious, and frightening when you think about it. You care about each and every one of these characters too, at least by the third act of the film. Even the ones that are obnoxious or abysmal, you want to see them pull together as a family and make it out of this situation alive. And I feel like movies, especially horror movies, rarely make you feel this way as the viewer these days.
Beth?
Okay, she wasn't at Derek's, but that doesn't mean anything. She may have found somewhere safe.
So she's still out there?
Yes, and we will find her, I promise. But I had to make sure you guys were safe. I had to get
I don't
Howard
care
back.
how long it takes, Tom. We have to keep looking. We have to pair up and take turns.
Yes.
Can't go back out there. You see this? It's damn near frostbite in under 4 minutes.
Honey, keep your voice down.
Krampus kicks some major ass, and it feels like a fully fleshed out story from beginning to end. You don't feel incomplete or unsatisfied by the time the movie ends. You really feel like you've seen a complete story, a satisfying ride into hell that has some great acting, great effects, great scares, a lot of heart, and is an absolute blast to watch. Fun fact, this movie really is family friendly enough that you could watch this with the rest of the family if you wanted. I mean, some of the young kids should probably still steer clear of it or risk having a slew of Christmas nightmares. But if they're old enough to watch Gremlins or Beetlejuice or Scrooged, they'll have an absolute blast with this movie. Michael Dougherty's 2015 Christmas horror epic will not be receiving a perfect score of 10 out of 10 because Krampus most definitely transcends what it means to be a perfect Christmas horror movie, and its rewatchability is absolutely off the charts. So with that said, Krampus is a crystal skull.